Simulcast, the Neil Haley Show, and the Storehouse Media Group podcast with Sherry from Storehouse Media Group. Sherry, how are you? And I know you're excited about our guests.
I'm doing great, Neil. Thank you for asking. I am excited because I think they have such an interesting topic that I would love to learn more about.
Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. And just the whole topic of God and Bitcoin. That's interesting, right? I mean,
Mhm.
I never would have thought about that stuff. So, Brian Kelly, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah. So, kind of go into specifically your story and how things started for you guys.
So, 2 years ago, we set out to make this educational documentary because we were noticing everywhere we went that more and more people were struggling with making the hard choices of how to spend their money. At the grocery store, you see moms telling kids, no, we can't afford that. People are trying to decide, do I pay my electric bill or do I buy more groceries? And they think that something is wrong with them, that they're not doing something right. But that's not true. They're not broken. Our system is broken. Every time we print money, it steals purchasing power out of the citizens' hands. And so our film explains how our current financial system works and then uses the sacred scriptures of the world's five major religions to use a moral lens to compare and contrast Bitcoin with our current system to see which one might be a more moral and ethical form of money. And that is how you connect God to Bitcoin. We are trying to look at Bitcoin through a moral and ethical lens. And since the sacred scriptures are the base layer of ethics and morals, that's where we made the connection.
Wow. Okay. I'm interested in learning for the time we have. Go ahead, Sherry, with your question.
Yeah, and I find, ethical, and I was reading through and I'm trying to make the connection between Bitcoin and ethical. How is it a more ethical system than what we have now and more advantageous?
Yeah, so two of the major points we make in the movie is one, that the current system, like Kelly said, when the government prints more money, it's diluting your purchasing power. Basically, that's theft. So we have Father Sirico in the movie saying it's the same thing as diluting the wine with water. And in the Bible, in the Old Testament, which is Christian, Muslim, and Jewish, it says that's an abomination to the Lord. To steal. It says that in the Ten Commandments. So we make that connection. Another connection that we make is that when the governments print money, it enables them to conduct unjust wars. It used to be that when a government wanted to conduct a war, they would spend their gold to do that, or they would borrow the money from citizens through war bonds, but they don't do that anymore. They just print the money out of thin air to pay for the war. And in Ezekiel, it says, it's an abomination. The Lord says, stop the expropriation of my people to conduct violence and destruction. And that's what the governments do all the time. They're taking our money, our purchasing power, to conduct violence and destruction. And so that's what another major point we make in the movie.
Wow. Okay. It's very intriguing to talk about it. How long have you guys been around in Bitcoin, the Bitcoin industry?
So I've been building Bitcoin and blockchain companies for 10 years. When I first learned about it in 2014, I thought it was a total scam. I thought it was like this internet funny money pump and dump scheme. And then you heard, it's like used by criminals and it's bad for the environment. And after I dove into it, I found out the truth. And the truth is none of that. It's Bitcoin is the best form of money humans have ever created. And when you compare and contrast Bitcoin versus the current system that we're in, I just think that humans will just opt in to this best form of money, just like we opted into gold 3,000 years ago as the best form of money.
Interesting. Go ahead, Sherry.
Yeah, this is like you said, you were in it for 10 years. It's like a passion with you, right? You want to like spread the word that you're offering it for free. In how many languages have you put it in?
We're in the process of subtitling it in over 15 and dubbing it in 7. One of the greatest things that happened over the past weekend was we released the movie on our website for free and it's downloadable. You can download and watch it and share it. And somebody already subtitled it in Hungarian for us, which was great. So I think the word's catching on.
If I wanted to get involved, and this is very interesting for me, Mr. Technology, not having blockchain, I know Web 3.0 is in its phases. I'm ready for it. I'm absolutely ready for it. But yet, I think that AI, it's part of Web 3.0. AI has kind of kept people from going because of the traditional model of the World Wide Web, Web 2.0. Web 3.0 is not here. How long do you think you give us till Web 3.0 is rolling? That's why it's important to have blockchain. Yeah.
Yeah, you make a great point. Talking about AI. So AI system, artificial intelligence systems, they need a form of money to use, and they can't use gold or property or dollars, because dollars are unstable. Because the government keeps printing more of them. They need a form of digital property that they could use, and they will use, AI software will use Bitcoin. So the future of AI and Bitcoin are very, they intersect. And as to get to your question, as the world gets more and more integrated into AI and blockchain and Web3 over the next 5 to 10 years, the Bitcoin system is the monetary system AI will use.
Before I go to the next question for you, Sherry, that you need to get ready for your books, your publishing company be the first blockchain publishing company. If you do that, where you put it on the Web 3.0, Sherry, Storehouse Media Group, you'll be the first of the party as a publishing company.
Yeah. And you can be there to help me, right?
Oh, yes, I will be there. And I'm sure we'll be contacting the best experts in this. So what is your ultimate? So your ultimate goal in this is the education to make it so it doesn't seem like it's something of a scam, that this type of digital currency is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And ultimately, our monetary system can be blown up based on governments, and really the money, because of inflation's worthless. So you're looking at Bitcoin or any type of, of these digital coins, you know what I mean? And you see that at least it's transparent in what it's worth versus the financial system, which can be absolutely spiked and manipulated.
Yeah, so I try to make an important point. There's Bitcoin, and then there's the other 7,000 cryptocurrencies that are out there. So Bitcoin is the dominant blockchain that's out there. 94% of the value of all proof of work blockchains is in Bitcoin, and over 50% of the value of all blockchains are in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin already won its category as a store of value. So the other blockchains that are out there are experiments. So just be very, very careful with the other ones.
Okay,
And then what you said a while ago too is, I've taken 10 years of my knowledge and try to compress it. We've tried to compress it into 89 minutes of film. So it helps people accelerate up that learning curve. Our whole goal is that people were to watch the movie and they could learn as much as they can in 89 minutes. And that will just be the first step on their Bitcoin journey. And then they can go to websites like hope.com. Hope.com is dedicated to Bitcoin education, and there's thousands of hours of education there.
It's free.
And it's free. All of this is free.
all right. So what I love about this is, Brian, is we're running out of time, is where best people can go. But Brian, if we were first to the party in Bitcoin, like we were going to be the first to the party in Web 3.0, we would be unbelievably wealthy beyond our wildest dreams. If I would have had the money to invest when I first was introduced to Bitcoin at the beginning, I'm sure you wish as well, but your opportunity is Web 3.0. I guarantee that's your next phase. But where's best place people can find the movie, and also more about you guys and what you do?
So if you go to our website, godblessbitcoin.com, everything you want to know about the film and the people who helped make it is there. But the most important thing I think you can see there is that the film is free to watch and to download. Our goal is 1 billion views. So if you watch it, you agree with it, we ask that you share it with as many people as possible. We want to get the message out there that Bitcoin is hope.
All right. That was a special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and the Storehouse Media Group podcast, guys. Take care.